I met the man who I had been searching for my whole life. He didn't care where I was, where I'd been. He saw me for who I was. It was like a calling to follow him more deeply and to leave the lifestyle that I was living behind and to follow him. And I couldn't say no. God did it in me, this conversion, and I know that God can do it in others. And so this is something that I want to dedicate my life to.
The TOR sisters have a beautiful life of service, serving the poor, serving college students, and they have this beautiful charism of mercy. I know that that is where the Lord is calling me. As I encountered His mercy, I want to help others encounter His mercy as well. There was one moment in adoration. The Lord just really spoke to my heart, and I just felt Him speak to me, "Amanda, will you be mine forever?"
So I'm at the Collatine Poor Clares, and I'm alone in their adoration chapel. I said, "Is this where you're calling me to be with you?" And in that moment, I didn't just feel called, I felt like He proposed to me. And I absolutely said, I do. I'm just thrilled because I get to be His bride. And as their extern nun, I get to be the hands and the face of Jesus.
I most look forward to revitalizing our parishes in the area, bringing a new breath into these parishes to bring people closer to God.
I feel called to be a handmaid of the precious blood, to really offer my life for our priests through prayer and hidden sacrifices, and to know that I get to do this is like everything.
Our Blessed Mother really taught me the truth about Christ as healer, and that is what I feel like I'm supposed to do as well. Walking with people, allowing them the opportunity to achieve the healing that they're looking for within mind, body, and soul, and ultimately walking back home to Jesus.
I've learned so directly and so vividly that Christ comes to us in our brokenness. And so as He came to me in that way, I want to bring Him to others.
Those who have been in darkness have seen a great light, and that experience I had made only His mercy and love that much more profound. That's what I feel I'm called to bring people back to Him. For them to receive His love and mercy is something I want to do wholeheartedly.
I remember going to Mass with my family and seeing the priests raise the host. It always gave me a sense of peace. Hopefully in the future become ordained to become a priest, so I can help bring that peace in the Eucharist to others who are suffering, particularly those who suffer from mental illness or even the homeless or forgotten, and accompany them as priests of Jesus Christ.
I was finally able to go to confession, and I get in there, I get done saying my sins, and I look up and I was met with a happy priest looking at me with the kindness and mercy of Christ. In that moment, my soul was shook to its core. I can't wait to be a conduit of God's mercy to other people in the confessional, where people can have that same experience that I had, to be confronted by the grace of God, by His mercy.
In the same way that my godfather was a vessel through which I came to the truth, I hope to be a vessel so that others can come to the truth. The reality of the real presence of Jesus, that He's real, that He alone satisfies, and that all can have access to Him.
As a Franciscan brother and priest, I hope through the sacraments and through ministry to teach the homeless, the poor, the marginalized, that they have dignity, that they have a purpose, and that they're not alone.
When I became an elder in the faith tradition that I had joined, I would take the bread and break it and distribute it to the people attending. And Jesus would just speak to my heart. He would say to me, I want you to do this for me. I want you to do this for my church. I want you to do this for real. I want to answer God's call that He put on my heart to bring the sacraments to people.
It brings me so much joy looking forward to becoming a father to Christ's children, to be able to administer the sacrament of baptism, in which we adopt sons and daughters into the family of God, and how God will use me as an instrument of His grace.
As a future priest, I'm most looking forward to providing the people of Toulon with the sacrifice of the Mass on a daily basis, to providing them with the catechism and instructing them in the Christian life and seeing them through to the end.
I fell in love with Christ in adoration. I love the time I spend there. I look forward to the opportunity to model Christ for other people, and I would love to help draw other people to the Catholic faith.
In the call of Simon Peter, Jesus just steps into his boat and then tells him what to do. And I felt that Jesus had stepped into my boat, and now all that I had to do was listen.